Good morning, friend. I am in Paris, France right now. As you can tell behind me, you see Arc de Triomphe. It's a bit bright. Let's see. There you go. And I want to take this opportunity to share a very, very, very important lesson with you, which will really help you get ahead in life. And the lesson is this: you need to get exposure to super, super successful people in whatever space you're in. You need to get there we go. You need to get exposure to the people who are where you are, who can open the doors. You by yourself trying to achieve something and getting ahead in some space, it could take you 30 years. Someone to open a door can take 2 years, right? And this can get you way, way, way ahead. So what I want to give you today, and this is a learning which I haven't only implemented for myself, but which I always realize when I'm at great events, as I'm at now in Paris, the amount of high-value people, the amount of super successful people which I resonate with very well, who are like, hey, let's hang out, let's do this, let's do that. They open doors, they become clients, you build businesses together, etc., etc. So wherever you are, whatever space you're in, if you don't have exposure today, you're doing something wrong. It's not only about hard work, they say, it's always also about smart work. And this is smart work, right? This is smart work. So what you want to do in your space is to figure out who are the people you need to surround yourself with. It doesn't matter if you're an employee, it doesn't matter if you're a business owner. Who are the people who are where you are? Where are these people? Where do they gather? What events do they go to? What places do they hang out? What sports do they do? And be in proximity of them, okay? First point. Second point, you need to have your story figured out. If you don't have your story figured out, who you are, where you're going, what you're working on, obviously you need to be working on yourself, because people realize very quickly if you're just someone who talks a lot, who loves talking, or is there actually some substance behind it. But you need to have your story figured out, where you're going, where you're coming from, and what goals you have. And then of course you need to have some sort of round character. You need to have topics to talk about with these people, okay? I resonate with people a lot over personal development. I met a doctor just now. We resonated talked for like an hour almost at breakfast over personal development. Super successful guy. And we're probably gonna hang out soon, you know? Super successful. He can open many doors. He knows many people. So what you need to be doing is you need to have an interesting character, or build an interesting character. You need to know what niche you're in, what business you're in. And you need to get in proximity of these people. And usually, okay, and you need to know this, it's through paid events, okay? Don't be cheap. Take the money. Make sure you have the money. It's usually not a lot, but you have to pay for events, pay to play, be there. And then you need to have a very clear way of how you're going to connect with these people. In the sense that what story you tell, what's your pitch, but also where can people connect with you. Is it on YouTube? Is it on Instagram? Is it on LinkedIn? You need to have a social funnel. You need to have something in place which portrays to a certain extent what you stand for, who you are. Are you dressed well always? Do you like expensive cars? What people do you hang out with? What do you do? What are your hobbies? You need to have that round profile for people to be like, oh, this is someone I'm going to remember, okay? Very important, because otherwise you're just going to be some person who wants something from them, and that usually doesn't fare well for you, okay? So this is a very important learning. I really recognize this again for myself. It's knowing something, but then actually feeling something are two very different things. I'm going to make a different video on that sometime. But you need to not only know this, you need to feel this. So get out there, have the exposure, talk to people, put yourself out there, because opportunities are tied to people. Opportunities do not fly through the sky like clouds, okay? Opportunities are tied to people. The more people you know, the more opportunities you get. The higher value people you know, the higher value opportunities you get. And if all the people around you and all your exposure is low value, guess what? It's not going to work very well for you in business, in your career, or whatever you are doing. This is the hack. People, okay? People are the hack. So become good at socializing. Become good at selling yourself. Know yourself, know who you are, what you stand for, and then get out there and show the world.